I could see chasing dreams that weren't for me. I made my plans, I drew my line, but I forget.
I was going to make a new video saying I'm starting a new
I
app,
tried to rise, I
but there was
tried
a
to
small
run.
problem.
I fell
I
so
already
hard,
started it.
and I
Actually,
got
I more
up
than started it.
again.
I built
Every
the front end,
door
started the
must
back
was
end,
closed.
added the dashboard, added portfolio pages, started working on upload features, set up Trello for issue
I'm
management,
on
used
relief,
React,
I want
Vite,
peace.
APIs,
I hope
Codex, and probably three other things that I forgot to mention
with
because
every
at
step
some
I
point the
take.
project started moving faster than my memory. So, welcome to the first
As if
episode,
I was
yay,
born
of
before
flowRise,
day.
of building
Ask my
flowRise, I should say.
knee in the
After I
silence
started building flowRise,
on what
very
you
professional.
guide us.
The original idea was simple.
Is the
I
truth,
wanted a
is
portfolio
the
tracker
best.
and for
Whether
stocks and
fall
cryptos.
or
Something
midnight
cleaner than jumping from
rest.
screenshots, exchanges, wallets, notes, and spreadsheets.
I could
Something
thrive
that
if
helps
I
you look
trusted
at
time.
investments with clarity. Because
Nuances
when your portfolio is spread out
differentiate.
across too many places,
Even when
you're
I
not really
think
tracking it. You're
carefully,
spiritually guessing. And I've done enough
overanalyzing
guessing. At first, this was
what's
supposed to be a simple
behind.
idea. Track assets, show portfolio value, maybe add a chart, maybe make it look nice. That was the plan. But then I started thinking, what if users could upload screenshots? What if the app could help process images? What if it could organize cryptos and stock holdings? What if
But I forget
it had a
as
clean dashboard?
everyone
What if
what was
it showed allocations? What if it eventually helped people review their portfolios more consistently? And that's how a simple investment tracker turned into flowRise, a web app that I'm building to help track portfolios with more clarity and consistency and, more importantly, discipline. Now, the current version is still in development. This is not one of those videos where I pretend everything is perfect. It's not perfect. Some things work, some things almost work, some things worked yesterday, then woke up today with a different personality. But that's exactly why I wanted to document the process. Because building an app is not just I had an idea, I coded it, I launched it, everyone clapped. No, it's more like I had an idea, then I made a Trello board, then I added 10 tasks, then I fixed one bug, then three bugs appeared, then Codex wrote code, then I tested it, then something broke, then I guessed my degree, then I fixed it, then I called it progress. That's real progress. And honestly, that is part that's the part I think is worth showing. For issue management, I'm using Trello, which sounds very organized, but really Trello is where I keep my a list of everything that is currently judging me. Front end bugs, design changes, future features ideas, back end tasks, upload improvements, things that I need to test, things I need to fix, but do not fully trust. Trello is basically my second brain, and based on my board, my second brain is also overwhelmed. For the front end, I'm using React and Vite. React handles the app interface, the dashboard, the portfolio pages, the holdings, the asset allocation, the upload flow, the parts users actually see. Vite helps keep development fast, which is great because I need an app to refresh quickly so I can see my mistakes in real time. That's key there. For the backend, I'm using Python. Python is useful for logic behind the scenes. Things like image processing, parsing, upload screenshots, clean extracting text, preparing portfolio data, and connecting different parts of the app together. The idea is that eventually a user could upload a portfolio screenshot or data, and flowRise would help turn that into something organized and useful. That is not easy because screenshots are messy. Trust me, screenshots are really messy. Crypto names are messy. Stocks, stickers can be messy. OCR can be messy, which is optical character recognition for those that don't know. And user data is probably going to come in looking like it survived a natural disaster. So Python is there to help process that chaos. And then there's Codex. Codex has been helping me build faster. Oh my God. I started the project about a month ago, and it took me 2 months to write the just simple part of using app scripts. Codex sped up the process from 2 weeks to from the first 2 weeks to the next 2 weeks, where I built the front end and the back end. Well, mostly. I came up with ideas, explain what I want, test the results, and then try to guide the direction. Codex writes the code, writes a lot of the code, which means sometimes I feel like a software developer and sometimes like a project manager supervising a robot employee. Yeah, that's right. A robot employee. I'll say, can we make the dashboard cleaner? Codex says yes. Can we fix the bug? Codex says yes. Can we improve the upload page? Codex says yes. Can we make sure nothing else breaks? Codex says no promises. And that's the important part. AI helps a lot, but AI does not remove the need to understand what's happening. It helps you move faster, but if you don't have some programming background, you may not know when it's giving you something wrong. And sometimes it's confidently wrong, very confidently. Like, I broke your app, but I think my background helps. I studied computer engineering. I have built projects before, and I have worked with software, APIs, web tools, automation, networking, and other technical projects. So when I use AI, I'm not just pressing a magic button and hoping it works. I'm trying to use it like a tool, a very powerful tool, a very fast tool, a tool that occasionally acts like it's drank too much coffee, but it's still a tool. And flowRise is where I'm trying to bring all of it together. My experiences, my ideas, my programming background, my interest in finance, my desire to build something useful, and my current habit of asking AI to help me fix problems that I may or may have not caused. Right now, flowRise already has some important pieces. That is front end built with React and Vite. There's a dashboard, there's a portfolio views, there are holdings and allocation ideas, there's backend work with Python, there's issue tracking in Trello, there are plans for better uploads, cleaner reviews flows, better asset tracking, improved data validation, and more polished design. The future goal is to make flowRise feel clean, trustworthy, a clean, trustworthy place to track investments. Not overwhelming, not cluttered, not confusing, just clear, upload, review, organize, track, grow, rise. That is the direction. But before it gets there, I want to show the journey, the current features, the future features, the bugs, the planning, the design changes, the coding progress, and the AI workflows. The moment where I feel like a genius and the moments where the problem was one misspelled prop, because both happen sometimes in the same hour. So this is the start of the flowRise build series. This is more like me finally turning the camera on. In this series, I'll show you what I'm building, how I'm building it, what I'm learning, and what I want to take the project next, where I want to take the project next. flowRise is still in development. The app is improving. The process is messy. The goals are serious. The jokes are necessary. And apparently, I'm building an app that I already started. 2 weeks ago, I had a simple idea. I wanted to build a portfolio tracker. That's it. It's just something clean where I could track crypto stocks and see my investments in one place. But somehow, that a simple idea